Hey ho, happy Friday. Now this week, do you know what? I've been binging. I may have told you, can't remember. Went and saw Liz Gilbert, amazing author, one of my favourite authors in the world. Met her, was lucky enough to meet her, didn't know, another story, I think I've told you. But anyway, I met Liz Gilbert in Auckland when she came and she was there talking about presence. And I just loved it. I was actually captivated, and it takes a lot to keep me still. Like, it takes a lot to hold my attention, and anything that can hold my attention I kind of listen to. So I'm like, what was that about? So I saw a movie recently, a movie called Conclave, which is a fictitious story about the election of a new pope. And I'm not Catholic and I don't really have any interest in popes or any of that shit, but oh my God, I love this movie. Now, my friend Rachel told me to go and see it, and I love her and do pretty much whatever she says. So I'm like, I'm definitely going to see it. I was captivated 2 hours, and not a lot happens in this movie. I think there's 146 cardinals that come and meet at the Vatican to vote in the new pope, and it just goes through the process. So they wear these insane red robes and beautiful, ornate, crosses, crucifixes, whatever they are. And they wander around in the Vatican, and they walk in, they vote, they walk out. There's a couple of them have little conversations in a hallway, and then they do the same thing again the next day. So it wasn't a terribly exciting film, but it was so mesmerizing. The detail was so extraordinary. Oh my God, it was absolutely amazing. And I loved it. And I was captivated for the whole, 2 hours, just sat there and never thought, oh, what's happening on my phone, or never looked at the floor, and just was captivated. And so it takes a lot to do that. And for me, it's usually about beauty or a really powerful story. And there's a beautiful twist in Conclave that you don't see coming. So you're trying the whole time to work it out. You're like, who's he going to vote for? Whose side is he on? Whose side is he on? And it wasn't scary. It was just full of anticipation, and it was amazing. But Liz Gilbert was mesmerizing. The way she stood was mesmerizing. The way she spoke. Her storytelling is insane. The way that woman tells stories is mind-blowing. And her voice is beautiful. I've got such a crush on her. And I just love her. So I loved it. And then Big Magic is my favourite book of hers that she wrote after Eat, Pray, Love. And it's about creative living, and I love it. And I found it on Spotify, and it's in her voice. And I love, love, love her voice. And so ever since I found it, I've been listening to it sort of every 6 months. It's only actually 3 hours, which is not that long if you're driving, a decent drive. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to listen to. And she talks about how do you seize magic, and how do you be creative and live creatively, which I love. Anyway, so then I was like, oh, I'm so obsessed after seeing her speak live. I wanted her voice in my head more. And then I found Committed, which is a book I read when it first came out. And it's her making sense of marriage. So she had she got divorced and when she Eat, Pray, Love, and then she had to remarry for visa requirements with her Brazilian partner, which she didn't want to do because she had a bad experience of marriage. And anyway, it's a really amazing book, Committed. It's a lot longer than Big Magic, but I loved it. And I've been listening to that, and I drove all around the South Island when I was in Alexandra last week, and then I've driven all around the North Island this week, and I've been listening to her voice and her storytelling, and it's just so exciting. And it really made me think about our mind diet. And I'm really big on this. We often talk about what goes into our bodies, and we go, oh, I shouldn't have sugar, or I shouldn't have alcohol, or I should eat more greens, or I should drink more water. And we're kind of conscious of our physical diet, but I don't think enough of us are conscious of our head diet or our mind diet. And I think we need an excellent head diet to thrive. And so getting conscious about what you're putting into your head, listening to really angry music, listening to arguing people. When I go to my parents' house, they always have so many radios on, it drives me ballistic. So my father will have talkback, my mother will have a radio station, they'll have the TV going. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't I don't know. So I'm also very deaf. So I never really know where sound is coming from. So wandering around in there is just an absolute nightmare. And I have to walk into their home, turn off the TV, turn off all the radios, and then say, hi, how are you? Because I can't connect with anything because it's so scattered and it sort of scatters my energy. But having multiple noisy platforms going on, it's interesting, when you're in a space, you go into someone's home and they say, always have talkback on, or they always have some kind of music on. And for me, it's hard to think. Some music really helps my head and some really hinders it. And I think, what works for your head? What is the negative and what is the positive? And my youngest daughter and I really like to watch Love Island. Became our dirty secret. I think it was probably in COVID or something. And, it's a terrible show. I mean, it's just hot people sort of all just competing for each other. It's fucking funny, but it's really not okay. And we kind of hate that we love it. Like, it's awful. But anyway, it's got some good bingey sort of stuff in there. If you're just looking for pure trash, it's excellent with a little bit of drama. And I love it at the beginning because they're all sizing each other up and trying to work out. But as the show goes on, it's like Married at First Sight or any of those shows. It just becomes this weird sort of, it's just odd. It's just an indulge fest of just bullshit. And often there's a lot of arguing and I can't handle it. I get kind of like, I don't enjoy that energy. So I stop watching when it gets to that. I don't like watching violence. I keep away from all that because it really disrupts my energy. And I had a woman once who I was working with telling me that she was really struggling with sleeping. And she was listening to murder podcasts before she went to bed. And I'm like, you can't put that shit into your head and then expect to fall blissfully, safely asleep. Like what goes into your head and what's the impact of that? And things like the news, like I don't watch the news. I just think it's awful and it's full of scaremongering and it's not something, I'm not trained to listen to the news. I don't want to know that someone was, I find it quite disruptive. And, if something really important happens, I find out about it, but I don't want to sit through the negativity and all of the stuff that you get served up, and the fact that people, I remember when I was growing up, we used to sit and watch the 6 o'clock news and heaven forbid anyone spoke. And I'm like, I just don't need it. I don't need that sort of negativity. Social media is the same. It's like, who are you following that pisses you off? And if someone pisses me off twice, they're out. I snooze them and then they're gone because I'm like, mate, you're an idiot. I'm constantly unfollowing people on platforms that just annoy me because they're either being annoying or they're really off on some tangent or, they're boring. Boring's one of the worst things for my head diets. Boring people make me itch. So, what is in your head diet? What's the music? What do you read? I only read, I was telling my friend Callum about this, I only read non-fictional books. No, I don't. I read, yes, non-fiction. That's right. I always get those mixed up. Not false is how I remember I was taught. Not false means true. Right. There we go. So not false, non-fictional. There we go. And I love how self-help book. Fucking love it. Written 7. Love it. Love, love, love anything. I'm a bit of a personal development junkie. So I do love it. And I love poetry and I love self-help. I don't read novels. I can't read novels because I worry about the characters, and I'm talking, I can't concentrate. So if I was reading a novel, I would be in a meeting and someone would be talking to me and I'd be going, oh my God, I'm worried she's going to leave David. That would be the character in the book. And I'd be like, but what if he finds out she was pregnant? I get really absorbed in the characters and I can't differentiate them from my real life. So they take up space in my head. My head's already a fucking playground. I don't need it. So I don't read novels only because they clutter my brain. Some people use them for escapism. For me, not that strangely, they have the opposite effect. Everything really that happens to everyone else's brain, mine has the opposite effect. So I'm really careful about that. I'm really careful about what I read, and I love to read interesting things. I listen to interesting things. I love movies that inspire me. I love watching things that lift me up, like things where I love hope. I love hope and I love opportunities. Like I love The Voice. I love Britain's Got Talent, but only the first round where they're just doing the auditions, because someone comes out and then you go, oh my God. And then, their lives change right in front of you. And I love inspiration. I am an inspiration junkie, but I do like to have inspiration in my brain, and our energy that we get, our emotional energy gives, we get that from inspiration. So I think what is going on in your head mentally and what are you choosing is a really big part of energy. And I've been talking to lots of people about this week, about what do they put into their heads? What's the mini series they watch? What's the, and I, as I say, I really struggle. Mark's always like, oh, let's watch this. And I'm like, oh no, I can't. It upsets me. It upsets my little apple cart. And I think if things upset our little apple carts, we should keep away. Look after your apple cart, and think about what goes into your head. Now, if you haven't got enough inspiring stuff, ask people, what's the most inspiring movie you've ever watched? What's the most inspiring book you've ever read? I have a goddess dinner at the end of each year, and we sort of always have the best of, and it's like, what's the best movie or the most inspiring? And it's so lovely getting recommendations from people that you know and love, and if they like it, you'll like it. So what's a really inspiring movie? And I love that conversation. I think they're the conversations I want to have. Like when you talk to people and you go, hey, this is the most inspiring movie. Let me send you a beautiful song. Let me share with you someone who I'm following on Instagram. I'm renowned. My kids give me shit because I'm one of those things. Apparently it's called pebbling, where I just constantly send reels. Like if I'm in your Instagram live, fuck, I'm a pain in the ass. I'm going, oh, I just thought of you. Oh, I just thought of you. Oh, you should do this. Oh, you'd like that. Oh, you could make this. Oh, you'd enjoy that. Oh, that would be good. Oh, and whatever your hobby is, I'm all over it, right? I'm all over it. And I love it. So it's like sending people inspiration. But just sort of think today about what is in your head diet. Who inspires you? What do you listen to? What annoys you? And what could you get rid of? What could you get rid of and what could you add? Because I'm constantly looking for ways you can make your head happier. There you go. That's your homework this weekend. Find something that makes your head happy. I'd love to know what makes your head happy. Click me a message if you're listening to this. And you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on email. You can find my website. Just send me a message and tell me. I'd love to know. Just email me at info@lisaoneil.co.nz and tell me what you find inspiring. What goes in your head diet that you love. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.